Hello, welcome back to another video. Changing scenery. Instead of sitting in my car with better acoustic, I'm taking a chance to shoot a video in my backyard. Perhaps you can see my three hens right there. Yes, I have hens and eggs. If you're not aware, when the Vietnam War ended in 1975, shortly after that, in 1979, there was a war, skirmishes between China and Vietnam. Okay, and you can go on YouTube and research and watch a bunch of different documentaries on the Vietnam-China war. Of course, most American at that point don't want to hear anything about Vietnam, so I think most people in this country was not aware that there was such a war between the two countries. And if you watch many of the documentaries, there's a lot of misleading or false information given out as far as the reason why China attacked Vietnam. China attacked Vietnam because China felt Vietnam was not gracious enough or thankful enough or appreciate enough how much China aid Vietnam in fighting the war. That's one of the main reasons if you watch a lot of the videos on YouTube, which is somewhat false because the truth is the Soviet Union or the USSR played a big part in the Vietnam War. Okay, if you didn't know, the B-52s dropping bombs in North Vietnam, well, guess what? They weren't shot down by Chinese weapon. They were shot down by Soviet Union rockets as well as fighter jets that the Soviet Union donate or give to the North Vietnam army. As I'm speaking, I will slide in some data. Okay, so it's if you watch any documentaries on YouTube and they talk about how China start the war with Vietnam because they front and donate all the weapons and didn't feel they appreciate enough, and they felt that the Vietnamese didn't appreciate them enough. Well, guess what? It costs a lot more to make jet plane, the MiG, or the SAM rockets that used to shoot down the B-52. So yes, if you look at the data, they donated a lot more in tonnage, but when it comes down to the worth, what costly, the Russians spent a lot more. Okay, so any kind of documentaries out there that tell you that the war is all about China fronting, putting the cost of the war entirely is completely erroneous. Okay, that being said, after the war in 1975, the boat people, there was a stream of Vietnamese escaping Vietnam, okay, sneaking out by boat. You can also look up on YouTube about the boat people and watch the documentaries there. Now, a lot of the people that escaped by boat sneaking out in 1975 through 1978 did that at night, did that with their whatever money, they took their wealth with them, right? And that's not just alone. There are people that escape by foot, by land, going over to Thailand. Okay, there are people that I know Vietnamese that went that route instead of using the boat. But a lot of wealthy Vietnamese paid people with boats to get on the boat. And a lot of those Vietnamese are ethnic Chinese because they are the wealthier class in the country. And if you get caught, and many did get caught trying to sneak out with their money and their wealth, you got thrown in jail and your wealth confiscated. Part of the reason why China attacked Vietnam was the mistreatment of ethnic Chinese in the country. Many documentaries on YouTube say nothing about why the ethnic Chinese was mistreated. They were mistreated because they were wealthy. Communism does not like wealth. They were mistreated because they're trying to sneak out of the country. Okay? As always, I try to be fair and balanced. Instead of just throw out things as in many YouTube videos are showing and talking about. It's just utterly misleading and false. Although they do provide some good information about the war, but the reason, they need to do some better research there. Now, back to my story. When my father decided that it's time to let some of his kids sneak out of the country, he has a choice to let us sneak out on a boat with other Vietnamese, risking getting caught, or he went another route. He paid off an official to get us fake ethnic Chinese birth certificate, because by 1979, late 1978, the communist government in Vietnam realized that the wealth that are leaving Vietnam, escaping Vietnam, are a lot of ethnic Chinese. So they decided in late 1978, let's make it legal. They don't have to sneak out at night. They just have to pay a nice chunk of their wealth to us, and then they can get on a boat and leave legally during the day. That's what happened, okay? That's how I got on the boat at the age of 12. Me, my brother, and my sister. My dad paid, I believe, 7 ounces of gold per kid. The three of us cost 21 ounces of gold to buy a ticket to get on a boat, to leave the country legally, escorted by the Navy, the Vietnamese Navy, in the middle of the day. That's what happened. We were able to obtain fake birth certificate to say that we were ethnic Chinese. And back then, I had longer hair. I have what I call Beatles hair, okay? Because the Beatles was still popular, right? So I have long bangs down to here, hair down to near my shoulder, but that was a haircut. But a lot of ethnic Chinese in Vietnam at the time have short hair. So I had to get the haircut. I had to look the part in order to, pass being a Chinese. I had to learn a little bit of Chinese in order to answering the questions, what's my name, things like that, as I get on the boat, before I get on the boat. Okay, so yeah, I went through that. But that's how I left the country. So that's how some ethnic Chinese was viewed as being mistreated. Okay, that entire situation with boat people leaving, wealth confiscated, people get thrown in jail, all that stuff. Of course, none of the videos on YouTube even talk about this. They just say, oh, China went to war with Vietnam because Vietnam mistreated ethnic Chinese in Vietnam. Okay. It's just sad that we live in a world where too many people just believe what they hear and don't hear the full story or understand the situation. I hope what I was able to do here is shine in a little truth to the situation instead of repeating what other people are repeating on YouTube. When it comes down to Vietnam and China, there is a very long history of not getting along. Okay, it's well known, and it's just not Vietnam and China. It's China with many other countries, because guess what? For a long time, centuries, China was the master race in the Asian continent. Okay, they ruled, and guess what? The rest of us, the rest of other Asians, were, for lack of a better word, slave. Yes, slavery existed in other continents. That's what conqueror do, right? It's not a surprise. It might be a surprise for some non-Asian to think that slavery exists outside of America. It's not. It existed everywhere. That's what conqueror do. Okay, they turn the people that they conquer into slave, one way or another. It's slavery. Okay, so to me, I don't have any negative view with China. Okay, I'm not anti-Chinese, so I want to make it very clear that in this video or in previous video, when I talk about the friction between different Asian nationalities, I'm just speaking about the existence between all the races, all the nationalities. It's not about me singling out China as the bad actor in this story. Okay, not all Chinese are racist. Okay, as always, don't lump everybody into one category. That's it for this video for now. I hope it shined a light on the dilemma that many Asians face, and that's why it's a big hurdle for us to overcome. That's why it's hard to find unity among us, and there's no other way but for all of us to stand up, chin up, and speak up. Thanks for watching.